All right, so thank you all so much for joining me for a 75-minute class today that I'm calling Ghosh Flow. The idea is we're going to follow the sequence of 26 and 2 yoga or Bikram yoga, but we're going to add in some sun salutations and some different posture variations inspired by Vishnu Ghosh. Vishnu Ghosh was Bikram's teacher, so the 26 and 2 come from a larger sequence of 84 postures by Vishnu Ghosh. And so we are drawing from that rich heritage of yoga based out of Calcutta today. So we're going to start with 2 rounds of pranayama deep breathing. Come to the middle of your mat and towel. Bring your feet together, toes, heels touching nicely. Interlock your 10 fingers, cross your thumbs, and glue your knuckles underneath your chin. Rock your weight into your heels and relax your shoulders down away from your ears. You made it to class. Concentrate. Meditate and begin. Inhale, chin down and arms up. Breathe in through your nose. Lift your elbows up. Suck your stomach in. Fill up your lungs. Exhale, head up. Exhale through your mouth. HA, sound, head back. Arms forward, elbows touch. Inhale, head down. Slowly bring your chin down. Look straight ahead. Lift your elbows all the way up. Fill up your lungs. Exhale, head up. Slowly push your head back. Look way, way, way back for the wall behind you. Arms forward, elbows touch away from your body. Inhale, head down. Breathe in through your nose. Down through your throat to the very bottom of your lungs. Exhale, head up. As you exhale, open your mouth wide, like you're fogging up a mirror on the ceiling. Completely empty your lungs. Inhale, head down. So every new inhale, you want to take in more air than the last breath to expand your lung capacity. Exhale, head up. The more you exhale here, the more fresh oxygen you can take in on your next breath. Push the air out. Inhale, head down. So make this the deepest breath so far. Breathing into the top of the lungs, middle of the lungs, bottom of the lungs, full lungs. Exhale, head up. In our day-to-day life, we don't really use the full lung capacity, but the lungs need to be worked out like any other part of the body. Inhale, head down. This is the last breath in the first set, deepest breath of your day. Spine a little longer, elbows a little higher, lungs a little fuller. Suck your stomach in, breathe deep, full lungs. Exhale, head up, take your time. Eyes open, hips forward, legs locked, stomach in. Keep exhaling, push, squeeze, elbows touch. Good, change, arms down, keep your abdominal wall engaged, shoulders soft. Second set, feet together, interlock your 10 fingers, cross your thumbs, and glue your knuckles under your chin. Squeeze your thighs, squeeze your butt, grow taller out of the base of your spine, and begin. Inhale, chin down and arms up, breathing in through your nose, lift your elbows up, suck your stomach in, fill up your lungs. Exhale, head up, exhale through your mouth, slowly head back. Slowly arms forward, bring your elbows together to touch. Inhale, head down. Keep the weight in your heels. Glue your ankle bones together. Squeeze your inner thighs, squeeze your butt. Exhale, head up, lock your legs. Weight stays in your heels. Hips a little forward, hip muscles contracting, thigh muscles tight. Inhale, head down. As you inhale, suck your stomach in, expand your rib cage, expand your lung capacity. Exhale, head up. Even as you exhale, stomach in, eyes open, shoulders down, elbows up, triceps parallel to the floor. Inhale, head down for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Full lungs. Exhale, head up. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, elbows touch, 1. Inhale, head down. Use the full 6 seconds to inhale. Chin down, elbows up, stomach in, full lungs. Exhale, head up. Use the full 6 seconds to exhale. Push every last drop of air out of your lung. Exhale, a little bit more, elbows touch. Inhale, head down, last breath. Second set, make it the deepest breath of your life when your lungs are totally full. Surprise yourself. Take in one more sip of air. Exhale, head up. Take your time, let everything go through the exhale breath. Any worries, any cares, let them go. Be here now, elbows touch. Good, change, arms down. We'll continue with 3 rounds of half moon with hands to feet pose. And as part of that movement, we're also going to take a vinyasa or a sun salutation variation. I'll explain the whole thing. Keep your feet together. Inhale, arms overhead, palms together. Interlock your fingers, release your index fingers, cross your thumbs, stretch up, and bend right and left, right and left. Every time you pass through the middle, reach up a little taller. And in this class, I'm going to give you a lot of options, and know that you don't have to take any of them. You can just do a traditional 26 and 2 yoga class, no problem. But I'm going to give you variations for all the postures in the second set if you want them. Come to stop in the middle. Bring the weight in your heels, lock your legs, and push your hips a little forward. Squeeze your palms together, upper body back, touch your biceps to your ears. Inhale, breathing, stretch up out of your waist, try to touch the ceiling. Exhale, breathing, absolutely straight line, slowly bend your body to the right. Without bending your elbows or knees, continuously push your hips to the left beyond your flexibility. You're trying to create a tremendous stretching feeling in the left side of your body, all over, inside out, bones to skin, fingers to toes. Just remember, it's the first posture of the day, and there's no rush, nowhere you have to be, nothing you have to prove to yourself or to anyone else. All you have to do is breathe in and out through your nose. Let your breath be your number one priority, probably a good idea outside of yoga as well. As you inhale, lengthen your arms. As you exhale, come down, push, push, push. Change, inhale to come up. Hips forward, arms back, stretch up, and slowly bend to the left as you press your hips to the right, coming down in a straight line without bending your elbows or knees. And it's worth noting that I'm not mirroring you, so it might look like I'm bending to the right, when in fact I am bending to the left. You are welcome to follow my body or my words. Just know that in general, in this style of yoga, we will always do the right side first. Keep your chin lifted, palms together, weight back into your heels. Come down, push and push and push. Change, inhale to come up, first back bend of the day. This is the only posture that's a little bit hard for me to show and tell at the same time. So I'll tell you, I'll show you, I'll tell you. Take a deep breath, full lungs, keep your eyes open, relax your head back as far as it goes. Maybe give your head a gentle shake. Actively look for the floor behind you. Squeeze your butt, lock your arms, lock your legs, and immediately bring your arms back with your ears. Try to touch the wall behind you, so whole spine, backward bending from coccyx to the neck. Keep the weight in your heels, push stomach, thighs, hips, everything forward, and bring your arms back. Look back, fall back, way back, go back, more back. Good, change. Inhale to come up, stretch up first. Exhale, bend your knees and go down with a straight spine. Hinge at your hips. Put your hands on the floor, relax your head down, and then go for a walk. Bend one knee, straighten the other, move your hips right and left. This is a U-turn from back bending to forward folding. At the beginning of class, your spine might not be quite warmed up yet. Move your hips to get your lower back nice, relaxed, comfortable, easy, flexible. Padasana, hands to feet pose. Bend your knees halfway, touch your stomach to your thighs. Option to grab the backs of your calves, your Achilles, or eventually grab your heels from underneath, step on all 10 fingers. Bend your elbows back, touch stomach to thighs. Chest to knees. Roll forward, relax your head, touch your face to your shins, below your knees, no room for light and air between the upper and lower body. Pull on your heels, roll your weight into your toes, lift your hips up, stretch your spine down. Change, except this time come up halfway only into a lift. You can have your hands on your thighs, your shins, or eventually the floor in front of you. So we're lengthening into a halfway lift as you inhale. Exhale, bend your knees, put your hands on the floor and step back into a high plank or tabletop. From here, hug your elbows in towards your sides and lower down halfway. Inhale, come up into a back bend. You can do baby cobra with elbows bent and thighs on the floor, or up dog with arms straight and thighs off the floor. Exhale, tuck your toes under, lift your hips up, down dog. Bend one knee, straighten the other, try to get heels to the floor. Hips to the ceiling, head down, look for your shins behind you. If down dog does not feel right for your body, come onto your knees and take a child's pose instead. So every plank can be a tabletop, every down dog can be a child's pose, and if that motion between that vinyasa action of lowering down and doing a back bend, if that doesn't feel right for your body, Go straight from your plank or your tabletop directly into your down dog or child's pose. We will do several of these vinyasas throughout class. You are always welcome to take a different variation or skip them all together. On your next inhale, hands on the floor, look forward and step forward into your halfway lift, lengthen your spine, weight in your toes. Exhale, bend your knees and fold. Inhale, reach your eyes, come on up, arms with your ears looking up overhead. Exhale, hands down. Wonderful. 2 more of those. Feet together, inhale, arms overhead, palms together. Interlock your fingers, release your index fingers, cross your thumbs, hips forward, arms back, stretch up, and slowly bend to the right as you push your hips to the left, coming down in a straight line without bending your elbows or knees. Keep the weight in your heels, push your hips a little bit more forward, upper body back, touch your arms to your ears. Push your left hip forward to get your 2 hips in line, right shoulder forward, open your chest like a flower petal blooming, come down, push and push and push. Change, inhale to come up, hips forward, arms back, stretch up, and slowly drop to the left as you push your hips to the right. Breathe in and out through the nose. Keep the weight in your heels, hips more forward, upper body back, right hip forward, 2 hips in line, left shoulder forward, 2 shoulders in line. Squeeze your palms together, come down, push and push and push. Change, inhale to come up. Second heart opener, take a deep breath, full lungs, keep your eyes open, relax your head back as far as it goes, look for the floor behind you, squeeze your butt, lock your legs, and immediately bring your arms back with your ears. So if your knees or elbows are bending, come up a little bit, contract your quadricep muscles, squeeze your butt, keep the weight in your heels, then push stomach, thighs, hips forward, and bring your arms back, look back, fall back, way back, go back, more back. Change, inhale to come up, stretch up. Exhale, bend your knees, fold with a straight spine, flat back. Put your hands on the floor, drop your head, go for another walk, move your hips, shake your head. So especially if you have a history of slip discs, go in and out of postures with a flat back, with a straight spine, with a straight back, with a flat spine, right? So that way it's a little bit safer for your spine when you go up and down. Second set, Padastasana, bend your knees halfway. You can grab the backs of your legs or your heels from behind. Wrap your elbows back and roll forward. Stomach in, stomach to thighs, chest to knees. Let your head go, touch your face to your shins, pull on your heels, roll your weight into your toes and lift your hips up. Eventually the legs will lock. Doesn't have to be today or tomorrow. Think about hooking your rib cage over your knees, pull on your heels, roll your weight into your toes, lift your hips up, push your knees back, stretch your spine down. Change, come up halfway only into a halfway lift. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale, bend your knees, fold, drop your head. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, hands to floor, step back into a high plank. Remember that you can go from your plank or tabletop directly into your child's pose or down dog. Otherwise, hug your elbows in, lower down. Inhale, come up into your back bend. If you're doing up dog, make sure your thighs are off the floor. It is safer for your shoulders. Exhale, tuck your toes under, lift your hips up, down dog or child's pose. So child's pose is always an option. You want to press head to floor, reach your arms forward and sink your hips down towards your heels for child's pose. For down dog, spread your fingers wide, root down through all 28 knuckles, especially the space between your index finger and thumb. Drop your shoulders down away from your ears and try to get your heels down to the floor. On your next inhale, look forward, step forward, halfway lift. Exhale, bend your knees, fold. Inhale, reach your eyes, come on up, arms with your ears, looking up. Exhale, hands down. Good, last one, feet together, inhale, arms up, palms together, only cross your thumbs, stretch up, and slowly drop to the right as you push your hips to the left, coming down for 5, 4, 3, 2, change. Inhale to come up, hips forward, arms back, stretch up, and slowly drop to the left. Push your hips to the right, going to your maximum as you breathe in and out through your nose. Change, inhale to come up. Third heart opener, take a deep breath, full lungs, keep your eyes open, drop your head all the way back, squeeze your butt, lock your legs, lift your chest and bring your arms back for 5 seconds. Change, inhale to come up, stretch up. Exhale, bend your knees, fold. This time, no warm up, grab the backs of your legs or your heels, roll forward, stomach to thighs, chest to knees, face to shins, lift your hips up, try to lock your knees, lock your knees, lock your knees. Change, inhale, lengthen halfway. Exhale, hands to floor, step back into your high plank. Keep exhaling, lower down. Inhale, come up into your back bend. Exhale, toes under, hips up, down dog.
Try to get your heels to the floor for down dog, maybe spreading the feet apart a little bit more. Same thing for child's pose. Try to get your hips to your heels as you press the hips down and reach the arms forward. Inhale, look forward, step forward, halfway lift. Exhale, bend your knees, fold. Inhale, reach your eyes, come on up with a flat back, looking up. Exhale, hands down. Wonderful. Awkward Utkatasana. Step your right foot to the right, 6 inches hip width distance, insides of your feet parallel. Arms up, parallel to the floor, tricep muscles tight. Suck your stomach in, bend your knees, sit back and down into a chair. Feet flat position, spine straight to begin with, 100% of your body weight in your heels. Sit down halfway only, hips into a chair. Suck your stomach in and lean your upper body back. Depression to abdominal wall, contraction to abdominal muscles. Suck it in, hold it in tight. A little bit more weight back into your heels. Now lift your chin up, chest up. Lean back, fall back, way back. Try to fall down backwards at the end. Change. Inhale to come up, keep your arms there. Push your hips a little forward. Now come up all the way on your tiptoes, maximum like a ballerina. Stretch up first, bend your knees, sit down. Notice if your knees are coming in or out. You want your knees and toes pointing forward. Heels a little higher, knees a little higher. Sit down into a chair, but don't sit below a chair. Change. Inhale to come up. Last part, squeeze your knees together. Keep your toes pointing forward. Let your heels come a little bit off the floor and slowly sit down. Stop whenever you want, or keep sitting down and stop when you're a half inch off your heels. Squeeze your knees together and forward, lean back, relax your jaw, and change. Slowly push the floor away from you. Good, heels down, right foot back, arms down. Option to do second set just like that, or I'll give you some variations. Step your right foot to the right, same footprint, hip width distance, arms up parallel to the floor, stomach in, bend your knees, sit back and down. You can stay here. You can bring hands to heart center and start to bring your left elbow to the outside of your right knee and then twist so that your thumbs are in the middle of your sternum, right elbow up, looking up towards the ceiling. Option to stay here or open the arms, right arm up, left arm down, stretch the arms apart. Good, hands back to heart center, untwisting, coming to the middle, other side, right elbow to outside of left knee, twist so that your thumbs come into the middle of your sternum. And if you'd like, open your arms, look up towards the ceiling, left arm up, right arm down. Good, hands back together at heart center, untwist, come back to center, change. Everybody come up. Now come up all the way on your tiptoes, playing with balance, stretch up. Bend your knees, sit down. For the second part, option to fold forward and bring the arms back. So you're trying to press the palms together a little bit, thumbs down towards the floor, sitting all the way down as you lean forward. Good, change, inhale to come up. Try to keep your heels lifted, arms parallel to the floor, playing with balance. Squeeze your knees together, sit your heels down a little bit, and slowly sit down. Go slow, listen to your body, stop whenever you want, or when you're a half inch off your heels, engage your abdominal wall, keep your shoulders soft. If you have healthy knees and you'd like to work on strength, come up 1 inch and hold, come up 1 more inch and hold, and change. Slowly push the floor away from you. Good, feet down, optional vinyasa. Inhale your arms over your head, looking up. Exhale, bend your knees, fold forward. Inhale, lengthen to lift. Exhale, hands to floor, step back, high plank. Keep exhaling, lower down. Inhale, come up into your back bend. Exhale, toes under, hips up, down dog or child's pose. Take a slow inhale. Slow exhale. Inhale, look forward, option to step or float, hopping forward, lengthen halfway. Exhale, bend your knees, fold. Inhale, reach your eyes, come on up, looking up. Exhale, look forward, here we go, inhale. And exhale, swing your right arm under your left arm for eagle pose, right under left, palms together, thumbs towards your face. Pull your elbows down, bend your knees, sit down, lean back, and bring your right leg over your left leg, right leg over left leg. Cross twist and breathe in and out through your nose. Bring your knees to the right, upper body to the left, twist like ropes, sit down more, lean your upper body back. Good, change, feet together, arms over your head, left side. Bring your left arm under your right arm. You can grab shoulders, you can interlace fingers or have hands in prayer, thumbs towards your face. Pull your elbows down, bend your knees, sit down, stay down there, and bring your left leg over your right leg, left leg over right leg, cross twist, and continue to breathe in and out through your nose. On this side, bring your knees to the left,
Upper body to the right, keep the weight in your heel. Bend your knees, sit your hips back and down. Arch your upper body back. Good, change feet together, arms over your head, second set. Bring your right arm under your left arm, palms together, pull elbows down, bend your knees, sit down, lean back, keep your hips low, and bring your right leg over left leg. Think hamstring over quadricep. Cross, twist, and breathe. Push your left hip forward, keep your hips and knees pointing to the front of your mat. Right shoulder forward, try to keep your shoulders and hips even. Sit a little bit lower, pull elbows down, lean your upper body back. Good, change feet together, arms over your head. Last one, bring your left arm under your right arm, pull elbows down, bend your knees, sit down, stay down there, lean back, and bring your left leg over your right leg. Good. So we're transitioning into the balancing part of class. Sometimes when we balance, we hold our breath or we get super serious. Make sure your face is relaxed, your breath is steady, sit a little bit lower, lean your upper body back. Good, change feet together, arms over your head, optional vinyasa. Inhale, look up. Exhale, bend your knees, fold. Inhale, lengthen. Option to step or hop back. If you're hopping back, you want to meet with your elbows bent. Inhale to come up. Exhale, tuck your toes under, down dog or child's pose. Bend one knee, straighten the other. Hips up, heels down. Look back for your shins. On your next inhale, look forward. You can step or hop forward, lengthen halfway. Exhale, bend your knees, fold. Inhale, come on up, arms with your ears looking up. Exhale, hands down. Wonderful. Party time. Grab a sip of water if you want. Cheers. So that is kind of how this thing goes, especially in the standing series. We'll do vinyasas or sun salutes throughout the standing series. Remember that they're optional. For those of you that do want to play around with hopping in and out of them rather than stepping in and out of them, when you hop back, normally you would step back into a plank. If you're going to hop back, you want to land with your elbows bent, right? And that's how you protect your shoulders. So if you're hopping back, make sure that you're not hopping back with your arms straight, with your elbows bent. Okay, groovy. Let's keep going. And if that's confusing to you, then step back rather than hop back, and I will show you after class. Okay, standing head to knee. We're going to blend standing head to knee and standing bow. So we're going to do them like this on both sides. Fun, right? Shift your weight to your left leg, lock your left leg. So you want to lift your left kneecap up. Lift your right leg up, point your toes, flex your toes, keep your toes flexed back, stomach in, round down. So we're going to balance on one leg for a little bit longer than we're used to. Option to stay here for the setup of standing head to knee. Standing leg should be solid, concrete, one piece, lamp post, unbroken. You have no knee. If you know your left leg is locked, no bend, no wobble. Inhale, breathing slowly, gently lift your right leg up. Stretch it forward until your right leg is exactly parallel to the floor. No higher, no lower, standing leg locked. If both legs lock, bend elbows down. Touch elbows to calf muscles. One day, elbows go below the calf muscles. Lock your knee, lock your knee, lock your knee. Change. Slowly reverse out. Keep your right leg lifted. Woo! Start to bring your knee back. Point your toes. Bring your right hand up. Out to the right. Reach back and pick up the inside of your right foot at the ankle bone. Press your right hip forward and down, knees together. Bring your left arm up and back with your ear. Lock your left leg. Point your right toes, take a deep breath, stretch up, and go for it. Charge your body forward. Oh gosh, I fell out. Charge your body forward. Simultaneously kick your right leg back and up. So if you fall out, just hop back in. We're definitely getting more of a calf and quadricep strengthener here by balancing on one leg for longer. Slowly bring the body down and the leg up. See the foot come over the top of your head. From the side, two heels in line. I'm right there with you. Kick back and up, two shoulders in line. Touch your chin to your shoulder. Body down more, leg up more. Kick, kick, kick. Good, change. Slowly kick yourself up. Feet together, arms down. I'll show you this one from the side. So shift your weight to your right leg, lock your right leg, lift your left leg up. Point your toes, flex your toes. Keep your toes flexed back. Stomach in, round down. And pick up your left foot. All 10 fingers interlocked. Webbing to webbing grip. So eventually you'll start with your thigh parallel to the floor, but you can also start with your knees super lifted. If you know your right leg is locked, slowly lift your left leg up. And it's a real kick. Kick your heel forward, flex your toes back.
If both legs lock, bend elbows down, touch elbows to calf muscles. One day, elbows go below the calf muscles. Note that in standing head to knee, we are flexing our toes back as we round our spine and compress our abdominal wall. Change. Slowly reverse out, keep your left leg lifted, standing bow, bring your knees together, and this time, point your left toes. Bring your left hand up, out to the left, reach back, and pick up the inside of your left foot at the ankle bone. Bring your right arm up, knees together. Lock your right leg, point your left toes, take a breath, stretch up, and go for it. Charge your body forward. So apart from the challenge, part of why we're blending these two postures is to see how they intersect. In standing head to knee, we rounded the spine to compress the abdomen. In standing bow, we're bending the spine to stretch the front of the body. In standing head to knee, we flexed the toes to stretch the Achilles. In standing bow, we're pointing the toes to engage the calf and hamstring so we can kick harder. The harder you kick, you can balance forever. Body down, leg up, kick, kick, kick. Good, change, slowly kick yourself up. Feet together, arms down, take a moment to reset. Second set, shift your weight to your left leg, block your left leg, lift your right leg up, flex your toes back, suck your stomach in. Option to stay here or round down and pick up your foot, webbing to webbing grip. Concentrate, meditate, make sure you're having fun. Here we go, lift your right leg up. If both legs lock, bend elbows down. If elbows go below calf muscles, slowly tuck your chin to your chest. Put your forehead on your knee, and if that's easy, start to let go. Good. Change. Take your time as you reverse out. Okay, keep the right leg lifted, bring your knees together, point your right toes, bring your right hand up, out to the right, give yourself a high five, reach back, pick up the inside of your right foot, knees together. So right hip a little forward, left arm up, squeeze your left thigh, point your right toes, lift your chin, stretch up, and slowly kick, stretch, and breathe. That's all you have to do. Kick into your hand, stretch forward, breathe through your nose. Right hip down a little bit, left shoulder forward, right shoulder back. Now the chest is opening rather than the hips. Body down more, leg up more, kick, kick, kick. Good, change, slowly kick yourself up. Last one, contract your inner thigh as well as your outer thigh, lift your kneecap up. So it's not just a straight leg, it's an engaged leg. You wanna see this thigh skin lifting up. Bring your left leg up, flex your toes back, suck your stomach in, round down, and pick up your left foot, all 10 fingers interlocked. Make sure you're breathing. Here we go. Lift your left leg up. And it's the tension between pushing your foot forward and pressing the hands back that will help you balance. If both legs lock, bend elbows down, and then slowly tuck your chin to your chest. Put your forehead on your knee. So keep pushing your foot forward into your hands as you bring forehead and knee together for 3, 2, 1. Change, take your time. Keep the left leg lifted, bring your left hand up, out to the left, reach back, pick up the inside of your left foot, left hip forward, knees together, bring your right arm up, squeeze your right thigh, point your left toes, stretch up, and slowly kick, stretch, and breathe. So same thing here, that tension between your foot and your hand is what will help you balance. Actively push your left foot into your hand as you push your right fingers forward and continue to breathe through your nose. Body down to get a nice hamstring stretch to the back of the right leg. Body down more, leg up more, lock your right leg, point your left toes, kick, kick, kick. Good, change, slowly kick yourself up, good for you. Come to the back of your mat and towel, Tula Dandasana balancing stick. My balance is super wavery right now, I don't know about you. Feet together, inhale, arms overhead, palms together, interlock your fingers, release your index fingers, cross your thumbs, that's part of the fun. Step your right foot forward, a big step, lock both legs, point your left toes, and tilt. Yoga, even though the postures are the same, since we're different every time, it's a little bit of a mystery bag. You never know what you're gonna get. Chin forward, chest down, heel up, stretch, change. Left foot down, right foot back, lean back, step your left foot forward, lock both legs, point your right toes and tilt, arms, body, head, legs, everything parallel to the floor. From the side, body makes a T like Tom, not a broken umbrella. Stretch, stretch, stretch. Change, right foot down,
left foot back, arms down. Option to do a second set of balancing stick, or option to try another fun posture called split arm that I will show you from the side. So feet together, inhale, arms overhead, palms together, only cross your thumbs. Step your right foot forward, lock both legs, point your left toes, and tilt. You're gonna go into standing or into balancing stick. And once you're down halfway, you're gonna split your arms, lift your chin and chest, try to touch your belly button to your thigh, but keep your chin and chest lifted. Lift your heel up to the ceiling for a deep back bend. So chin forward, chest up, body down, heel up, stretch, change. Left foot down, right foot back, other side, step your left foot forward, lock both legs, point your right toes, and tilt, coming down with control. And then you want to split your arms, lift your right heel up to the ceiling, one day standing splits. Bring the belly button down towards the left thigh, but keep looking forward, chin and chest lifted for a back bend. Good, change. Right foot down, left foot back, optional vinyasa here. Inhale, look up. Exhale, bend your knees, fold. Inhale, lengthen halfway. Exhale, option to step or hop back. If you're hopping back, you want to land with your elbows bent. Inhale, come up into your back bend. Exhale, tuck your toes under, lift your hips up for down dog. Bend one knee, straighten the other, press your heels down. Take a moment to catch your breath. Slow inhale, slow exhale. Inhale, look forward. You can step or hop forward, lengthen halfway. Exhale, bend your knees, fold. Inhale, come on up, arms over your ears, looking up. Exhale, hands down. Wonderful. So that was the balancing series. Next, we do the separate leg series. We're going to flow the next 3 postures twice. You are welcome to come to the top of your mat and face the long side of your mat. I will face you. Standing separate leg stretching, Dandayamana, Vikaptapada, Paschimottanasana. Inhale your arms over your head. Exhale, step your right foot to the right, 4 feet minimum, big step, arms down parallel to the floor. You have an option to point your toes forward or turn your toes in a little bit. Contract your quadricep muscles, lift your chest, and swan dive forward. Stick your butt up all the way down. Good, grab your heels from behind. Remember that you can also grab the outsides of your feet or start with your hands on the floor in front of you. You can always play around with taking a bigger or smaller step. And hey, this is a really good posture to catch your breath in. Once you've got a grip either with your feet or your hands on the floor in front of you, roll forward like a wheel into the balls of your feet. Lift your hips up higher and contract your quadricep muscles. Lift your kneecaps up. First the leg stretching, then the hip stretching, lower spine, whole body stretching. 3, 60-degree angle stretching, coccyx to toes, coccyx to forehead. Touch your forehead to the floor in between your feet. Good, change, come on up. We're gonna flow to triangle pose, Trikonasana. Turn your right foot out, and most people wanna take a wider step here, bigger step. Okay, bend your right leg and sit down. You might need to take a slightly bigger or smaller step, or maybe turn your left toes in more if it helps you sit down until your right leg makes a 90-degree angle, an upside down L, like Linda. Lean back, stay down there, and move your arms, right elbow in front of the knee. Hover your right fingers just above your big and second toe. Don't touch the floor, don't push any weight on the floor. Look up to the ceiling, touch your chin to your shoulder, and breathe in and out through your nose. Push your left hip forward and down. Push your right knee back with the help of your elbow, turn. Twist upper body back like spine twisting posture. Lock your left leg, keep your left foot flat on the floor. Good, change. Rotate your arms, straighten your right leg, right toes in, left toes out. Make sure your heels are in line. Inhale, bend your left leg and sit down. Eventually, left thigh bicep parallel to the floor. Sit as low as you can and move your arms. Now, if your thigh isn't parallel to the floor yet, that's normal. That's just tight hips or knees. Take your time. Maybe just the forearm in front of the knee, so you still get this nice long diagonal stretch. Eventually, as you're able to sit down, elbow in front of the knee. Now look up and stretch up. Lift your right shoulder up. Drop your right thigh down, turn. Twist upper body back. Lock your right leg, right foot, flat on the floor. Good, change. Rotate your arms, straighten your left leg. Left toes in, arms up, palms together. Just cross your thumbs. Standing separate leg, head to knee. You might need a slightly smaller step. I do. Pivot on your heels to one side of the room. If you're on the long side of your mat, you will face the back of your mat. Turn your back toes in. Push your hips forward, 1, 2, 3, 4,
5 times beyond your flexibility, 2 hips in line, 2 heels in line, backside foot makes a 45-degree angle. Stretch up, tuck your chin to your chest, and go down. So we're rounding our spine in this posture. This is another one, if you have a history of slip discs, take it easy in this posture. You're welcome to go down with a flat back, or to skip it or do something else entirely. Eventually, you're gonna round your spine, tuck your chin to your chest, and touch your forehead and knee together. You are welcome to bend your front leg if it helps to bring your knee and head closer together, front side compression, throat choked, eyes open, breathing normal. Push your forehead into your knee a couple times real quick. Contract your quadriceps muscles, lock both legs, hands together. Change, slowly uncurl. Left hip forward, left shoulder forward, full stop at the top. Good, pivot on your heels to the other side of the room. Uncross your heels. Turn your back toes in, and then you can move your hips forward until your 2 hips are in line. Stretch up, tuck your chin to your chest, and go down. Press your right hip forward, tuck your chin to your chest, touch your exactly forehead and knee together. You can bend your front leg, touch knee and head together. Bring maximum weight to your front foot. Left hip up, right hip forward. Try to even out your hips so both sides of your back round equally. You're not awkwardly twisting or crunching into one side of your waist. Push your forehead into your knee. Lock both legs, hands together. Change. Slowly uncurl. Right hip forward. Right shoulder forward, full stop at the top. Good, pivot on your heels, right foot back, arms down. You can do the second set of those postures just as we did it there, or I will give you some optional variations, and you're also welcome to just like watch and enjoy. Okay, so second set, stretching, inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, step your right foot to the right, big step, toes in, heels out, lock your legs, lift your chest, and swan dive forward. Now you can option again just to do stretching pose, trying to touch forehead to the floor, or put your hands on the floor in front of you. Bring your feet closer together. You want like 2 to 3 feet between your feet. Turn your toes out and your heels in. So heels in, toes out. Start to bend your knees and sit down for squat, malasana, garland pose. So eventually you're gonna get your heels to the floor and your hips down. At first it might look like this, heels off the floor, leaning forward, that's really normal. Eventually sink your hips down. If that's easy, hands together in prayer, push the elbows into the inner knees. And if this is easy, point your toes forward so the insides of your feet are parallel. Beautiful, change, put your hands on the floor. Lift your hips up, maybe take a bigger step if you're in garland. Bring your arms out and slowly come up. Second set triangle, I'll give us lots of different options. I don't know why I just did this. Turn your right foot out, left toes in. I'm just very excited. Take a bigger step, bend your right leg, sit down, lean back, and move your arms. So this is option A, regular triangle pose like we do in 26 and 2. Option B, put your hand on the floor in front of your right foot, straighten your right leg, and look up towards the ceiling. This is more of an Ashtanga or Vinyasa style triangle pose. Option C is called Bird of Paradise. Bend your right leg, take your right hand in between your legs, try to like pat your own butt with your right hand, then drape your left hand behind you, see if you can catch your hands together and walk your feet back together. It takes a couple tries. Bring your feet together, shift your weight to your left leg, and lift your right foot off the floor. Kick your right leg up, push your hips forward for Bird of Paradise. And if you're familiar with the flower Bird of Paradise, you can kind of see why it's called that, right? The flower, and I don't know the terms for flowers, but you know what I'm talking about, maybe. Okay, change, put your right foot back down on the floor. We're gonna reverse out, so take a bigger step, back to triangle, arms at 6 and 12 o'clock. Everybody change, rotate your arms, straighten your right leg, right toes in, left toes out, other side, here we go. Bend your left leg, sit down, lean back, move your arms. Option A, with the knee bent. Option B, hand to the floor in front of you, straighten your left leg, look up towards the ceiling, get this nice inner thigh stretch. Option C, bend the left leg again, bring your left hand in between your legs, try to pat your own butt, reach your right arm behind you, catch your hands, walk your feet back together. It's super awkward at first, I know. Shift your weight to your right leg and lift up. Kick your left heel out, press your hips forward and lean back so one day both legs lock, spine straight from the side, chest up, stomach in. Good, change, left foot back down to floor, reversing out, take a bigger step, back into triangle, open the arms. Good, change, rotate your arms, straighten your left leg,
Turn your left toes in and adjust where I am. Seconds at head to knee pose. Arms over your head, palms together, cross your thumbs. Pivot on your heels to one side of the room. You have an option to do head to knee pose just like this with your arms with your ears, or instead, take your hands behind you, interlock your fingers, stretch your hands down your thighs so you start with a back bend, and then tuck your chin to your chest, and everybody go down, round your spine. So for my folks with their hands behind you, you have an option to start to lift your hands up overhead for a nice shoulder rinse. So eventually your hands coming close to the front of your right foot. Okay. If you have your arms in the shoulder rinse, bring your hands back down towards your hips. If you have your hands in front of you, hands together, everybody change. Slowly uncurl, left hip forward, left shoulder forward, full stop at the top. Good, pick up your toes, pivot to the other side of the room, uncross your heels. That'll make it so much easier to balance heels in line, but not crisscross. Turn back toes in, push right hip forward, lean back, and then tuck your chin to your chest and go down. Stomach in, forehead to knee, 2 hips in line. If you want to do the shoulder rinse, start to lift your arms up and forward so you get this lovely shoulder stretch. Chin to chest, throat choked, eyes open, breathing normal. If you're doing the shoulder rinse, bring your hands back down. Otherwise, head to knee, hands together. Everybody lock both legs, change. Push your left foot into the floor as you come up, vertebra by vertebra, head up last. Good, pivot on your heels, right foot back, arms down. Very cheerleader. Okay, come to the middle of your mat and towel for tree and then toe. We're gonna start with tree pose, Tadasana. Shift your right to your left leg, lock your left leg, and lift your right leg up. Now at first, maybe your foot's on your shin, your thigh, your knee, eventually all the way up. Heel to costume, sole of foot flat to ceiling. Slowly, gently let your right knee drop down. Never force your knees. Right hand up, and if you can balance, left hand up. Option to stay here or flow to toe stand. Pick a spot on the floor, 4 feet in front of you. Don't move your eyes and fold forward. Hands to floor, lean forward, lift your heel, bend your knee and sit. Walk your hands back to either sides of your hips. And for toe stand, the next step, once your hands are together, is to kick your right foot forward and then see if you can bring it back in. Good. Okay, when you're ready, hands to floor, change. You can come up on 2 feet or lift your hips up and then push your hips forward to reverse out. Good for you. Change. Other side, shift your weight to your right leg, lock your right leg, and lift your left leg up. And if you'd like a different variation for tree, take your left hand behind you and see if you can catch your left foot with your left hand. This is a bind, a half lotus bind. Super fun. You can stay here or you can do toe stand, stomach in, fold forward, hands to floor, lean forward, lift your heel, bend your knee, sit down. Walk your hands back to either sides of your hips. If you do want to kick forward, it'll help to start by bringing your foot forward towards the top of your knee. Hands together, and then kick the left leg out, and then see if you can bring it back in. A competent action is one that can be reversed. Good, change. Hands to floor, lift your hips up. You can come up on 2 feet or push your hips forward to reverse out. Nice, change. Left leg down, honor yourself. Oh wait, optional vinyasa, last one. Inhale your arms over your head, look up. Exhale, bend your knees, fold forward, my bad. Inhale, lengthen halfway. Exhale, bend your knees. This is the last one. Step or hop back, lower down. Inhale, come up into your back bend. Exhale, tuck your toes under, lift your hips up. Down dog, so lift your hips, press your heels down, spread your shoulders wide, take an inhale. And exhale. Inhale, look forward, step or hop forward, halfway lift. Exhale, bend your knees, fold. Inhale, come on up, arms with your ears looking up. Exhale, hands down. Wonderful. Now give yourself high five, fist bump, turn around, Savasana. Head to the front of your mat, feet to the back of your mat. Everybody's doing great. I always forget at least one sun salutation in this class, which is silly because I created this class, so you would think that I would remember, but no. Okay. So let's take a nice Savasana here. Head to the front of your mat, feet to the back of your mat. Bring your heels together, toes fall open, arms down, palms face the ceiling, eyes open, mouth closed, breathing normal. And I should not say that I created this class, right? It was heavily influenced by many other classes that I've taken. Take a slow inhale through your nose and a slow exhale through your nose. Breathing in and breathing out.
So the first time I ever took like an advanced class or an intermediate class or like a Vishnu Ghosh inspired class, there was like so much new information and I was like really overwhelmed by all of it. So if you are new to trying these different variations, just think back to like the first time you took 26 and 2 yoga. And at least for me, that was also incredibly overwhelming for like the first year that I did it. Learning new skills is humbling, and sometimes we can feel like, oh, this just isn't for me. But I encourage you, if something's really hard or if it like doesn't make sense, or if like your mind is saying one thing and then your body's doing something else in class, I encourage you just to like enjoy that, process of being a beginner again. But don't give up, right? Just because like you see a posture and you're like, I could never do bird of paradise. Well, like maybe not today, but keep trying like little by little, and eventually maybe start to get a little bit closer. And the thing, for example, about bird of paradise, if you really think about it, it's kind of like triangle pose, just like standing up and with both legs straight. I don't know if that makes sense to you, but I promise all of the postures, the variations that we're doing are all related to the 26 and 2 that we normally do. One of my favorite things about 26 and 2 yoga is that it is beginner friendly for sure. We say it's accessible to everyone, but it's challenging to anyone, right? So like everyone will be challenged by it, but anybody can try it. And all of the postures that we do in 26 and 2 kind of open up this whole world of yoga. It's almost like learning the alphabet or like learning a few words, but then, right, you don't just learn the alphabet to learn the alphabet, you learn the alphabet to read, right? And so we're starting to read all these new interesting yoga postures in this class. I hope, that's my hope for you. I digress. Let's get back to business. Nope, not standing bow pulling pose. That was a long time ago. We're going to do under moving pose. Pavana Muktasana. Bend your right leg up. Interlock your 10 fingers. Grab your right shin just below the knee. Nice tight white knuckle grip. Pull your knee out to the right, down towards your shoulder. Completely avoid your rib cage. Keep your head on the floor. Look down the center line of your body. Pull down extra hard. Maximum pressure in your lower abdomen. Massaging your ascending colon. Fun. Change. Right leg down, left leg up. Pull your knee out and down and hold still. Push the pads of your fingers into the backs of your hands to strengthen your grip. Pull down extra hard, opening your hip. Change. Left leg down, both legs lift up, grab your elbows each other. You can also grab your knees, you can interlock your fingers, grab your wrists or forearms, get as compact as possible. Squeeze your knees together and down, keep your head on the floor. Without lifting your head, look down the center line of your body and breathe. Eventually, or in the future, when the bone joint skeletal system has improved, the whole spine from coccyx to the neck will be flat on the floor. Change, arms down and eyes open. Take an inhale and an exhale. Second set, you are welcome to do just like that, or I'll offer some different hip opening variations. So you can do second set when you're moving pose, or you can try a figure 4 posture with me. So bend your legs so your feet are on the floor and your knees rest together. Keep your left foot on the floor. Lift your right leg up. Turn your right knee to the right so that your right ankle shin area sits atop your left thigh. So if you look down, your legs kind of make a 4 shape, right? That's why it's called figure 4. From here, start to lift your left foot off the floor. Maybe place your hands on your knees and draw your legs, your thighs in towards your abdomen. And you should feel this really yummy stretch on the outside of the right thigh. This is called figure 4 pose. It's a great hip opener. And this is really good if you have sciatic nerve pain. If you have sciatic nerve pain, this is your posture. If you ever talk to somebody and they're like, oh, I'm experiencing sciatica, tell them to do figure 4. This is such a good posture to stretch out that nerve. Change, left foot down to the floor, right foot down to the floor, other side. Lift your left leg off the floor, turn your left knee to the left. Place your left ankle shin area on top of your right thigh and lift your right foot off the floor. Hug your thighs in towards your abdomen. Take a breath, slow inhale, feel your chest rise. Slow exhale, try to soften both shoulders, both hips, whole back on the floor. Change, right foot down, left foot down. Option to do wind moving pose with both legs, or you can try happy baby. Lift both legs off the floor, but this time open your legs wide. Flex your toes up towards the ceiling and see if you can catch the outsides of your feet with your hands. So I like to have my elbows insides of my knees and my hands outsides of my feet. This is called happy baby pose. And if you've ever hung out with a baby, you might understand why. From here, you're gonna roll right and left. So you're just kind of massaging your back out. And if you'd like, as you roll to the right, you can straighten your right leg. As you roll to the left, you can straighten your left leg. Happy baby is a great hip opener. And it's a nice way to kind of roll out, massage your body, your back. Okay, good. Come back to center and change. Arms down, eyes open. Next, we do a straight leg sit-up. If you have any concerns about your back today or a history of slip discs, I encourage you to skip the sit-up, roll off to the side, and meet us on your stomach. Otherwise, legs together, arms over your head, tuck your chin to your chest, sit up, biceps with your ears. Wonderful. Okay, turn, lie on your stomach for the spine strengthening series, starting with Cobra Bhujangasana. So in the Vishnu Ghosh version of class, these next 4 postures go together. So we're gonna go from Cobra to Locust, to full Locust, to floor boat, and then take a Savasana, okay? So we'll start with Cobra Bhujangasana, belly on the floor, hands flat on the floor, just below your shoulders, elbows point up towards the ceiling. Bring your feet together like a cobra's tail, toes and heels touch. Lock your legs, look up and lift. Stretch your upper body off the floor, beautiful. Use 100% back strength. Come up halfway only and hold. Hug your elbows into your sides. Draw your elbows down towards your hips, so relax your shoulders. Don't forget about your cobra's tail. Keep your feet together, toes and heels touch. Lock your legs, push your feet down, hips down, hands down. Look up, chin up, chest up, stretch up, breathe up. Good, change, slowly lower down. Next, we're gonna do Locust Shalabhasana. Arms straight position, palms face the floor. Bring your arms underneath you as best you can. Right, left, right, left. One day pinky fingers touch. You are also welcome to have your arms out to the side. Having the arms under the body might be a little uncomfortable, and that's okay, but you're never forcing your elbows or your wrists or going to a point of pain. Eyes open, chin forward, lock your right leg, point your right toes, and lift your right leg up to a 45-degree angle, half of 90. See the foot come directly over the top of your head. Lift your heel up 1 more inch, hold here for 3, 2, 1. Change, right leg down. Relax your right side body. Lock your left leg, point your left toes, and lift your left leg up. Notice if your hip is lifting up. Drop your left hip down, spiral your inner left thigh up so the sole of your left foot is flat to the ceiling. Change, left leg down. Third part, tuck your chin in, mouth down, mouth on your mat, bring your arms a little closer underneath you, spread your fingers wide, feet together, squeeze your butt, lock your legs, point your toes, and lift both legs up. Come up, everybody come up, you can do it, struggle a little harder, don't give up, mouth down, shoulders down, triceps tight, squeeze your butt, lock your legs, lift your thighs up, good, change, slowly lower down, bring your arms out, and then arms out to the side for full locust, Purna Shalabhasana. Take a moment here, feet together, toes, heels touch, lock your legs, point your toes, look up, and lift, arms, body, head, legs, everything lifts off the floor. Beautiful, Tommy, 747, taking off just your hip bones on the floor, the rest of your body's in the air. Look up to the ceiling where your eyes go, body knows to follow, keep your feet together, toes and heels touch, lift your thighs up, chin up, chest up, look up, come up a little higher at the end. Good, change, slowly lower down. We're gonna go into floor bow. Take a moment, I always have to adjust my stomach a little bit. I don't know what that says about me. Bring your chin forward, bend your legs, grab your feet from the outside, 2 inches below the toes, thumbs with your index fingers. Squeeze your butt, point your toes, look up towards the ceiling, and start to kick into your hands. Continuously keep kicking without stopping, without intermission. It's the kick that drives the posture. Roll forward once, freeze between your ribs and hips, hold still. Do little sips of air in and out through your nose. Bring your knees in, feet out, wrists straight, look up to the ceiling, kick, kick, kick. Beautiful, change, slowly lower down, look to your right, left ear on the towel, arms down, palms face the ceiling, toes together, heels fall open. Take a slow inhale and a slow exhale. Breathing in and breathing out. Second set, let's do it. Bring your chin forward, hands on the floor, all 5 fingers together, fingers pointing forward, feet together, toes, heels touch. Lock your legs, press your feet down,
look up and lift. Stretch your upper body off the floor. So you want to open your chest and squeeze your shoulder blades together. Think about zipping everything in and up. So feet together, knees together, press your feet, hips and hands down, lift your chin up, chest up, look up, stretch up, breathe up. Good, change, slowly lower down. Locust, Shalabhasana, keep your chin forward. However, if it hurts your neck to have your chin forward, you can have your mouth down for all three parts, no problem. Bring your arms down, palms face the floor, wiggle your arms underneath you, one day arms underneath the body, eyes open, mouth closed, jaw relaxed. Lock your right leg, point your right toes and lift your right leg up for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, hold, 2, 1. Change, right leg down, relax your right leg, lock your left leg, point your left toes, and lift your left leg up. So you really want to lengthen to lift. Make sure you're still breathing. When we're on our stomach, we can't always do like super deep breaths, but still little sips of air in and out through the nose. Change, left leg down, third part, tuck your chin and mouth down, bring your arms a little closer, spread your fingers wide, squeeze your butt, lock your legs, point your toes, and lift both legs up. Hey, in the second set, if you want, bring your feet apart for a second, lock your legs, see if you can lift up more, and then bring the feet back together, shoulders down, mouth down, lock your legs. Change, slowly lower down. Full locust, Purna Shalabhasana, arms out to the side, feet together, toes, heels touch, squeeze your butt, lock your legs, point your toes, look up and lift. So there's many different versions of full locust. You can stay here with the arms out to the side. You can also try having your arms in, thumbs facing the floor, palms facing in, or arms forward, biceps with ears, pinky fingers facing the floor, thumbs facing the ceiling. Good, change, slowly lower down, Dhanurasana floor bow. You can do the regular grip, grabbing from the outside, or you can try a different grip, similar to standing bow, where you're gonna grab at the inside of your foot, try to put your thumb between your try to put your thumb between your big toe and second toe. Okay, point your toes, squeeze your butt, look up and kick. For those of you with shoulder mobility, you have an option to try to rotate the shoulders around. And this is what's called full bow, full floor bow. So eventually elbows and knees touch. Good, change, take your time. Coming out, slowly lower down. Look to the right, left ear on the floor, take a breath. Slowly lift your head, look to the left, right ear on the floor, breathing in. And breathing out. Bring your chin forward, hands on the floor, push up. Come to the top of your mat and towel for fixed firm Supta Vajrasana. We will also flow the next 4 postures twice. I will show you them all from the side. Surprise, open your knees and feet. So you want to start in tabletop position. And as you're ready, walk your hands back. Remember, you can keep your hands on the floor in front of you, beside you, or behind you the whole time. You're just waiting for your knees and ankles to open. Eventually, hips down to the floor, never forcing your body. If you can sit down between your heels, not on your feet, but between your feet, then put your hands on your feet. Bend your right elbow down, stopping anywhere you feel a point of pain. Left elbow down, knees never come off the floor. Drop your head back, head to floor. Tuck your chin in, neck, shoulders on the floor. Arms over your head, grab your elbows each other and hold. Wherever you are is perfect. Relax your shoulders and breathe. You want to get a nice stretch through your toes, ankles, knees, and hips, but never a point of pain. Change. Put your hands on your feet, push yourself up, come to the middle of your mat and towel, sit knees, feet together for half tortoise Ardha Karmasana. This is a great way to stretch the ankles. However, if sitting on your heels is intense, you are always welcome to start by standing on your shins. Arms over your head, palms together, stretch up and go down. You are welcome to put one or both hands on the floor to help walk yourself in. Otherwise, forehead to floor, little fingers to floor. Squeeze your knees together, feet together, hands together. Tilt your pinky fingers down. Try to get elbows and wrists off the floor. Just the knife edges of your pinky fingers touch the floor. The rest of your arms are in the air. As you inhale, reach your arms forward. As you exhale, sink your hips down. Stretch, stretch, stretch. Change, come on up. You can always put your hands on the floor to push up. From here, stand on your knees, open your knees 6 inches between knees and feet for camel pose. Put your hands on your back, thumbs outside. fingers down to the floor. Push your hips forward, keep your eyes open and look up. Take your time, go slow. Eventually lift your nose, your chin. One day let your head drop back. Option to stay here or with hands on back, go back halfway. And when you're ready, right hand down, grab your right heel. Left hand down, grab your left heel. Thumbs outside, fingers inside, full palm grip on your heels. Push your hips forward, lift your chest up, relax your head back, look for your toes behind you. If you can't grab your heels yet, please keep your hands on your lower back. It is a much safer support system for your lower spine. Change, put your hands on your back first. Push yourself up without twisting your spine. Bring your knees, feet back together, hips to heels, rabbit, Sasangasana. Make L's with your hands like little bunny ears. Grab your heels from the outside, thumbs outside, fingers inside, stretch up. Tuck your chin to your chest and go down. Chin tuck to chest, forehead to knees, top of head to floor. Pull on your heels. Don't lose the grip. Lift your hips up. If there's a gap between your knees and head, you can walk your knees up one by one, but head stays in place. Squeeze your heels together, press your hips forward, lift your shoulders up, round your spine. Change, hips down, slowly uncurl, vertebra by vertebra, disc by disc, head up last. Good, turn around, Savasana, head to the front of your mat, feet to the back of your mat. I have a confession to make. I am introverted. It is deeply easy for me, especially during COVID, to overindulge in solitude. And I definitely also have depressive tendencies. All of that to say at 5:30 p.m., I'm not making this up. I was on my couch in sweatpants watching Keeping Up with the Kardashians. And I was like, I have no energy to teach right now. And then it's amazing. Like this yoga transforms me every single time. I'm like so stoked to be here with you guys. If you have like 1% of the experience that I have, I'm really happy for you. I don't know if you've ever had this, but like there's the saying, yoga makes you you. And I really feel that every time I take this class, even on days where I don't really want to do yoga, frankly, it's like this return to who we really are on the inside. So I hope you are having like somewhat of that experience today, because I certainly am. So thank you guys so much for practicing with me today. It's so fun to be here with you. Option to take an extra long Savasana, or we can do a little bit of a core workout here if you'd like. So again, you can just take an extra long Savasana. Otherwise, bend your legs up so your feet are on the floor. From here, you're going to lift your feet off the floor so that your knees are over your hips and your shins are parallel to the ceiling. Interlace your fingers, lift your head up, and place your hands at the nape of your neck. Spread your elbows wide. From here, start to straighten your right leg to the back wall. Look to the left and bring right elbow towards left knee. And then exhale, pull everything back to the center. Inhale, left leg to the back wall. Left elbow to right knee, looking to the right. Exhale, pull everything back to center. Right elbow to left knee, straighten the right leg, pull back to center. Left elbow to right knee, straighten the left leg, pull back to center. And then go at your own pace, right and left. Keep your shoulders down, eyes open. Just a nice little core strengthener here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Change. Arms down, eyes open. Remember that you are welcome to skip the sit up and roll off to the side. Otherwise, legs together, arms over your head, tuck your chin to your chest, sit up. Wonderful. So second set, you can do just like you did first set, fixed firm, half tortoise, camel, rabbit. Otherwise, I'll give us some fun variations to play around with. Fixed firm, open your knees and feet. If first set was easy, bring your knees closer together. If first set was hard, open your knees wider. Slowly walk your hands back, sink your hips down, put your palms on your soles. Right elbow, I'm going to come forward a little bit. Right elbow, left elbow, drop your head back, head to floor. Tuck your chin in, neck, shoulders on the floor, arms over your head, grab your elbows. So for those of you where like this posture is maintenance, you can do it pretty much every time you have healthy knees. I'm going to give you an option for a deeper quadricep stretch. You're going to squeeze your butt and start to lift your hips up so that your knees stay on the floor, but your butt comes off the floor. Good. Slowly lower down. 2 more times.
Squeeze your glutes and press your hips up towards the ceiling so that your seat lifts off the floor. Good, slowly lower down. Last time, squeeze your tush, lift your hips up, getting that nice stretch to the quadriceps and the kneecaps, hips down, and change. Hands to feet, push yourself up. Good, middle of your mat and towel. So you can do a second set of fixed for a cat tortoise with your knees and feet together, or you can try wide-legged child's pose. So feet together, but open your knees. And for child's pose, you're gonna walk into it. Hands to floor, reach your arms forward, forehead to floor, sink your hips down. So for half tortoise, right, your palms are together, your knees are together, and you're trying to get your elbows off the floor. For fixed firm, for child's pose, your knees are wide, your palms face the floor, and your arms can rest down. It's a little bit more restorative. Reach your arms forward, sink your hips down, re-energize, reorganize, revitalize. Good, change. Put your hands on the floor, push yourself up, and then lift your hips up for camel. Now you can do a second set of camel just like you did the first with hands on the back, eventually grabbing heels, or you can play around with elements of full camel where you go all the way back. If you'd like to play around with elements with full camel with me, the idea is you're basically gonna try and high five the back wall or play patty cakes with the wall behind you. So hands at heart center, keep your eyes open, relax your head back, and then right leg back like you're trying to high five the back wall. Draw your right hand back in, left hand back. So try to get your wrist towards the back wall, fingers towards the floor, left hand back in, both hands out. So patty cake, baker's man, and eventually you're gonna go all the way back, and eventually hands to floor, eventually or in the future, grabbing heels, wee. So this is full camel one day. Good, okay. Hands to the floor, hands to your back. Change, push yourself up. Your option to do second set of rabbit, knees, feet together, hips on your heels, grab your heels, tuck your chin to your chest and go down. You can also take shoulder stand with me if you would like to do an inversion here. So I'll walk you through shoulder stand. You're gonna lie on your back, bring your hands underneath you, palms face the floor. Bring your feet up towards the ceiling, and you're gonna lift up and put your hands on your lower back. So you wanna keep your hands on your back for support. So this is shoulder stand. From here, you can try plow, lowering your feet to the floor. And if you can touch your feet to the floor, try ear pressure, which is an awful lot like rabbit pose, just from a different perspective. If you have your feet on the floor and plow, bend your knees, take your hands to your heels and pull down. Try to get your knees to put pressure on your ears. Okay, if you're doing ear pressure, straighten your legs again. So feet in plow, everybody hands to the floor, palms face the floor, and change. Slowly roll down or slowly come up from rabbit. If you did shoulder stand and you would like a counter stretch, keep your hands under your body, palms facing the floor, bend your elbows and drop your head back for a fish pose. So in shoulder stand and plow, it's often called like the king of postures because you're trapping prana energy in your throat. So we want to release that life force energy with this back bend, this fish pose where we open the throat after. Good, if you're doing fish pose, start by bringing the back of your head to the floor and then bring your arms out and then everybody together. Savasana, sweet Savasana. Take a slow inhale and a slow exhale. And if you ever hear a cue in a yoga class that just like straight up does not make sense, put it in your back pocket. And then one day it might make sense. That's happened to me all the time. I'll hear a teacher say something and I'm like, I don't get it, but I have a feeling like next year I might. So I'm just going to remember that cue. And then, you know, at some point you circle back to it and you're like, oh, that's what they're talking about, right? We don't learn everything at once. That would be like super boring, right? You want to just slowly learn things bit by bit. Legs together, arms over your head, tuck your chin to your chest, sit up. Good.
Okay, we're gonna do 2 sets of head to knee with stretching and spine twist. First set normal. Right leg out, left leg in. Inhale your arms over your head, stretch up. Exhale, turn to your right, tuck your chin to your chest and go down. You can bend your right leg as much as you'd like. Touch your knee and head together. Interlock your 10 fingers up to the webbing under the ball of your right foot. Flex your toes back, bend your elbows down, left elbow down, left shoulder down, roll into the left. Good, change, arms up, left leg out, right leg in, 2 legs make an L, a 90-degree angle. You wanna keep your hips square so they're not super wide apart. Stretch up, turn to your left, tuck your chin to your chest and go down. Again, you can start with your knee bent slowly over time. You're gonna kick your heel forward, eventually locking the leg, bend elbows down, one day elbows to floor, stomach in, right elbow down, right shoulder down, roll into the right. Good, change, arms up, both legs out in front of you. If you're skipping, sit up, stay here. Otherwise, lay down on your back, let your spine realign and sit up. Paschimottanasana stretching, I'll show you from the side. Bend your knees, hook onto your big toes with your middle and index fingers, thumbs on top, and start to scoot your butt back, right, left, right, left. When we have tight hamstrings, the back will try to compensate by rounding and vice versa. So at first, you can keep your knees bent in order to stretch your spine without rounding it. Slowly as the hamstrings open up, eventually you can straighten or even lock your legs, and then you want to tilt forward with a flat back. So keep sticking your butt out, flexing your pinky toes back towards your face, stomach to thighs, chest to knees, one day toes and head touch. Change, come on up, stay seated for spine twist. First set normal, bend your left leg on the floor. Touch right heel to left knee corner, right arm close behind you, left arm up and over. Grab your left knee with your left hand, hand, heel, and knee all touch in one spot. Inhale, stretch up, stomach in, exhale, look over your right shoulder and twist. You can keep your right hand behind you for balance. You can also grab your hip, your waistband, one day your inner thigh. Inhale, stretch up, stomach in, exhale, look over your right shoulder, twist, twist, twist. Good, change, slowly unwind, other side, you can showgirl, wee, bend your right leg on the floor, touch your left heel to your right knee corner, left hand behind you, right arm up and over, grab your right knee with your right hand, inhale, stretch up, abdomen in, exhale, look over your left shoulder, twist. You can keep your left hand behind you or do the half bind, try to grab your right thigh with your left hand, inhale, stretch up, stomach in, exhale, look over your left shoulder, twist, twist, twist. Good. Change, unwind, turn around, Savasana. So that last posture we do, Ardha Matsyendrasana, for whatever reason in 26 and 2 yoga, we just call it like final spinal or last spine twist, but it is actually called Lord of the Fish pose in other styles of yoga. That's what Ardha Matsyendrasana translates to, and I always think that is so fun. Lord of the Fish. Legs together, arms over your head, tuck your chin to your chest, sit up. The more you know. Good. Okay, so second set, you can do just like you did first set, or I'll give you some options. Right leg out more this time, left leg in. So rather than having your legs at a 90-degree angle, you can have your legs wider apart. From here, you can take your right hand to the outside or inside of your right thigh. Reach your left arm up overhead and slowly start to go down. Eventually catching your foot with your hand, maybe both foot with hand. Right shoulder forward, left shoulder back. Open your chest like a flower petal blooming. Good, change. We're going to reverse out, left leg out, right leg in. You can have your hand on inner or outer thigh. Reach your right arm up overhead and slowly go down, maybe catching your left foot with one or both hands as you look up towards the ceiling. So you get this nice stretch to the whole right side of your body. Good, change. Slowly come out, keep your left leg where it is. Bring your right leg out, and now we're going to do a nice inner thigh stretch. Hands to the floor and slowly walk forward. Keep your back flat and straight, just like in stretching pose. Eventually, forearms to floor, eventually going all the way down, flex your toes back to your face and breathe. Good, change. Put your hands on the floor, walk yourself up. Second set of spine twists, you can do Lord of the Fish again, or I'll give you some fun lower body variations. First option, crisscross applesauce. Second option, half lotus, left leg out. Place your right foot on top of your left thigh. Third option, full lotus, left foot on top of right thigh. Place your right hand close behind you, lift your left arm up, place left hand on right thigh. Inhale, stretch up, abdomen in. Exhale, look over your right shoulder, twist. You can keep your right hand behind you or do the half bind, grabbing your thigh, or eventually if you're in half or full lotus,
Grab your right big toe with your right hand. Inhale, stretch up. Exhale, look over your right shoulder, twist. Good, change, slowly unwind. If you're in lotus, half lotus, I should say, straighten your right leg, bend your left leg on the floor. If you're in full lotus, stay with your right foot underneath. That is the traditional technique. Left hand behind you, right arm up and over, place right hand on left knee. Inhale, stretch up. Exhale, look over your left shoulder, twist. You can keep your hand behind you or wrap it for the half bind. Catch your left big toe with your left hand. Inhale, stretch up, abdomen in. Exhale, look over your left shoulder, twist, twist, twist. Good, change, unwind, and if you're able to do lotus, try down lotus. Catch your right foot with right hand, left foot with left hand. So all of the Lord of the Fish, all of the half lotus stuff, it's all going towards down lotus, where we do this nice bind with our shoulders. Good, change, unwind, turn around, Savasana. Okay, so we started with a breathing exercise, exhaling through the mouth, and we end full circle with another breathing exercise. Kapalabhati, legs together, arms over your head, tuck your chin to your chest, sit up. Wonderful. Come to the middle of your mat and towel. Sit knees, feet together, hips on your heels, hands on your thighs. First set normal, lick your lips, swallow a couple times, concentrate, meditate. Here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Second set, you can do just like that, exhaling through your mouth, or you can try it exhaling through the nose. In every other style of yoga, Kapalabhati breathing is through the nose. Bikram's is the only one where we exhale through the mouth. So if you'd like to try it, the more like traditional or mainstream version of Kapalabhati, join me in exhaling through the nose. It might not feel like you're doing much. So from time to time, I'll actually put my hand under my face and you can really feel that you are exhaling. You will feel your lungs contract with every exhale. So arms straight, chest up, shoulders down, take an inhale and begin. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good for you. Honor yourself. Give yourself a hug, high five, pat on the back, turn around. Final Savasana. Close your eyes. Open your arms and legs. If you need to leave, I totally understand. If you have time, make time. Final Savasana. Close your eyes. Open your arms and legs. And take a deep, life-giving breath. You are so very alive.